Hi and welcome back to the lesson 4. It is solving equations with variable on each side. The learning objectives are solve equations with variable on each side, solve equations by applying distributive property, and to prove the equations are identities or have no solution. Now we will look into all these three topics in this video, and the keyword is basically identity. It's a single keyword. Identity, there's a problems on that. We will look into this as well. Now, solving equations with variable on each side. What does this mean? Now, instead of reading this, you can pause and read it, but I would directly show you in a problem. So over here, you can see there is variables a. 7a is in the left side of equal to, 4a is in the right side of equal to. You need to solve such problems. How do we do it? Make sure, now you can solve it anyhow, okay? It's fine. There are various ways. I will show you in the calculator method how to directly get the answer. But the best way to do this is, you should always see which is the bigger variable. Now you can see 7a is greater than 4a. So leave 7a to this side itself, whereas the smaller variable bring it to the other side. That's how it works. So what it means is, 7a over here, there is 5 plus 7a. Subtract 4a on both the sides. 4a minus 13, right? Subtract 4a on both the sides. This and this cancels. You will have 7a minus 4a, that is 3a over here. At the same time, don't forget this phi. You need only variable a over here. So first, you can't take this 3 now because this phi is there. So subtract phi on both the sides over here. Minus phi. It's going to be 13 minus phi. You're basically taking this phi to the other side. And you're remaining with 3a equals 13 it's minus 13 minus phi minus 18. You need only a. So divide 3 on both the sides. And this cancels. A equals negative 6. This is the final answer. So this is what is done. You can see over here, two variables are there. Subtract 4a from both the sides. Why? Because you can see 7a is bigger, right? You need to take the smaller to the other side. If you take 4a to the other side, it will be 7 minus 4a. That's what you get, 3a, 5 and 13 as it is. Now you just want a, so you have to subtract 5 on both the sides. That means taking this phi to the other side, plus becomes minus. So it will be negative 13 minus phi, that is minus 18. And now divide both the sides by 3. You're going to get minus 6 as the answer. How would you do this directly? Yes, it is possible to do directly. You can just use the calculator. Write this equation as it is, that is 5 plus 7. Make sure when you are solving, when you're entering variable, you can't press a in this. You need to press alpha and x. This is the unknown variable. Equal to is by alpha, and this cal gives equal to symbol. 4 variable a, that means unknown variable x. And now minus 13. Press shift and solve. The answer is negative 6. But before this calculator method, you should know this method, because the last objective cannot be solved in calculator. You need to know this method. So in many cases this will work. Yes, calculator method, when you press over here, the answer is minus 6, but it won't work everywhere. I will show you such problems as well. Now I hope this is clear. We will see a real world problem now. The results of the 2015 Nathan's hot dog eating contest are shown. Okay, this is the hot dog eating contest. Basically, you're eating hot dog. Winner is Matt Stoney in men's section. That's he has eaten 62 hot dogs, including the buns, and Miki Suro in women's, that is 38. This contest duration is 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, they have eaten so many. Okay, that's very, very quick. Oh my God. Anyways, suppose the men's and women's winners, Matt and Mickey, decide to compete against each other to make the competition more interesting. Matt will, okay, they both decide to, compete with each other. Matt and Mickey, the men's champion and the women's champion. So now in this case, what happens is, to make the competition more interesting, Matt, the guy, the male person, will not start eating until Mickey has eaten 20 hot dogs. So now imagine they start now. Okay, it started now, right now. Okay, let me just put it. So Mickey will have to eat 20. So it's plus 20. And then Matt will start. That's what it means. Assume that Matt and Mickey eat at a constant rate throughout the competition based on the number of hot dogs eaten in 10 minutes. Okay, so this is the rate which we must use. How many minutes after Matt starts eating will they have eaten the same number of hot dogs? Okay, it's a little bit confusing, but once you read it, you'll understand it thoroughly. I mean, you will understand the gist of it. Now we will solve it. Here, they want how many minutes? See, now I will tell you the situation. This is the rate at which Matt eats 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Okay. Mickey, the girl, eats 38 in 10 minutes. Okay, so it's natural because guys usually eat more quicker and more than females. So this is the difference. Okay. Now over here, when the competition starts among these both winners, the girl will be allowed to eat 20. Mickey will be allowed to eat 20 hot dogs, and then Matt will start eating. So this is the thing. And they have asked us at which minute after both start will they be equal, or when will Matt be equal to Mickey. So which minute, right? So first of all, we have everything in 10 minutes. How about we make everything in 1 minute per minute? So what you do is 62 he has eaten in 10 minutes. How much did he eat per minute? Just divide by 10. He eats at 6.2 rate per minute. Okay. How much did Mickey eat? It'll be 3.8. That is 38 by 10. That is 3.8. So this is the rate. Now here, let's equate them. We need to know how many minutes they will be both equal. So Matt is 6.2 minutes. That must be equal to 3.8 minutes plus 20. Why? Because she will be eating 20 hot dogs and then Matt will start. So now imagine 6.2 rate per minute and hers is 3.8 per minute, but she's eating 20 more and then it starts. But when will these both be equal? So we are equating these two equations. Okay, so now if we equate and solve this, we will get the answer. So now if we solve it, I'll directly do it in the calculator, but you can do it in steps as well. Steps just like the previous problem, just to save time here. 6.2x equal to 3.8x plus 20. Shift and solve. What is the answer? 8.333. That means after 8 and 1/3 minutes, that is after 8.33 minutes, Matt will reach how much Mickey has eaten. Now after 8.3 minutes, if Mickey has eaten say 50 hot dogs, even Matt will reach 50 after 8.3 minutes. This is what's happening. So we know the rate at which Matt is eating is how much? I'll just write it over here lastly. 6.2 per minute. And the rate at which Mickey is eating is 3.8 per minute. But Mickey has been told to eat 20 extra and then Matt will start. So when will they be equal? So this is the unknown m. That's what we are solving. Okay. Now here they have told different ways to solve. Whatever I just now told the same thing. See, this is the equation, and then you have to just solve that equation over here. Take 3.8 minus both sides, and then you're remaining with 2.4 equals 20. Solve it, you will get 8.3. It's 8.333, or it's 8 1/3. Okay, so this is the answer. So it'll be 8 minutes and 20 seconds when Matt and Mickey have eaten the same number of hot dogs. Let's see another. Okay, there's another problem over here. Basketball. Nolan and Victor were two of the top scoring freshman players in the college basketball conference last season. The table shows how many points Nolan and Victor scored and how many games they played last season. The points Nolan and Victor scored this season will be combined with their points from last season. Okay, it'll be added. That means whatever equation, whenever they tell you extra or added or something, whatever is happening this time, say x, plus the last season. Okay, 750, and over here y plus 782. That is what it means. Okay, will be added from the last season to give their total career points. This season, Nolan is hoping to catch up to Victor and have the same number of career points. They want to make the same number of career points. Nolan, who is lagging behind 32, wants to get it to equal now. Okay, assume that Nolan and Victor play every game and score at the constant rate of last season. See, in the last season, last year, whenever they had this cup or the competition, in 20 games, he scored 750 points. Whereas Victor in 30 games, 750, 34, 782. What you need to do over here is per game, always try to find per game or per minute or per hour. Like divide this 750 points by how many games he has played. He has played 30. So how much is the points he will score in one game? Now imagine, say a football player A scored 10 goals in last 5 matches. Okay, 10 goals in 5 matches. How much did he score in every match? 10 divided by 5, 2, average. That is what we are doing. Okay, he's scoring 2 every game. That's all. Now here it is 750 by 30, so it will be 0 cancels. It's 25 3s are 75, so it's 25. So he scores 25 points each match. Now what about Victor? It is 782 divided by 34. Okay, this is going to be hard. I mean, it's easy. It's not hard. It is okay to do, but it'll just take time. So I'll just use the calculator. You can try this. You can divide both by 2, and then you can keep on dividing and you'll get an answer. So let me just quickly do this. 782 divided by 34 is equal to 23 points. So Victor scores 23 points each game. Now, what is the equation? We know 25 points each game. I'll write G for game plus 750 is the equation for Nolan. They want to know when will they equate. See, if they want to, Nolan wants to score. Where was it? The table shows. Okay, Nolan is hoping to catch up. That means make it equal. So Nolan wants to be equal with whom? With Victor. Victor's equation is 23 per game plus what are the previous points? 782. So now you should just solve this equation. You will get the answer. You should take this 23 to the other side. It's going to be 2G, 25 minus 23 equals this to the other side will be 32. The answer is 16 games. Within 16 games, in 16 games, Nolan and Victor will have the same points. That is what it is. So this is the equation. Okay, this above equation is very important. Now here they have just asked you to write the equation. I hope this is clear. They have written points. It's fine. 25p per plus 750 equals 23p plus 782, and when you solve it, what is the answer of G? It's 16. Or you can just put in the calculator, but this is very easy, so don't put in the calculator. Take 23 to the other side. It will be 2 games equals 782 minus 750 is 32. G equals 32 by 2, that is 16. That's the answer. Okay, that's it. Now solving equations involving distributive property, we will see this. Now we will see a problem in by solving, because you can pause this and read through this. This is just basics. Here, how do you do distributive property? You need to solve this equation and find n. Obviously you can use the calculator which we did in the first problem, but now imagine you don't have calculator, you have to solve it. It's very simple. See, whenever you are brackets the quantity, you must remember when something is multiplied, this needs to be distributed evenly at both the terms. That means 7 times n and 7 times minus 1. This is very crucial. Now this is the distributive property. Over here you can see the original expression, right? But now the distributive property means you need to multiply 7 with n, that is 7n, and 7 with minus 1, that is minus 7. And what about this minus 2? Minus 2 times 3 is minus 6. Minus 2 times n is minus 2n. This is crucial. Remember, not just multiplying. Sometimes you might be confused and you will do minus 2 times 6 and only plus n. This is wrong. You must multiply both this terms. Okay? This is distributing. This is what it is. Now then, what we do is we will move this, see which is bigger over here, 7n or minus 2n. 7n is bigger, so keep that over there and take this to the other side. Or you can add 2n on both the sides, so it will be simplified. I mean, nullified at the right side. And you can simplify over here. 2n, 7 minus 2 will be 5. So basically, just remember you're moving this to the other side. It becomes 7n minus becomes plus 2n equals to, at the same time you can move this to the other side. So it'll be minus 6 plus 7. So if you're thinking of moving it other side of equal to, change the signs. So instead of long steps, it'll be short step. Here it'll be 7 plus 2 will be 9. 9n equals 1. N is equal to 1 by 9. This is the answer, okay? N equals 1 by 9. 9n is there. 9 goes, divide both the sides by 9. It'll be 1 by 9. So that's the answer. You can solve it like this, or you can just use the calculator and try as well. 7 bracket n is the variable. You must use x for that. Minus 1, close the bracket, equals negative 2 times 3 plus alpha x. And now shift and solve, you'll get the answer. It's 0. See, now in the calculator, it will not give you 1 by 9. It's 0.111. But if you know 1 divided by 9 is 0.111. That's it. I mean, if you do like this, it's the same thing. Okay, so that's the answer. You can try this by yourselves. You can pause it and try it by yourselves now. I will solve it anyways. It's 7 times n, 7n, minus 7 times 2 is minus 14, plus 8 equals 3 times n is 3n, minus 4 times 3 is 12, minus 2. Now, take this 3n to the other side. It will be 7n minus 3n. And take all the numbers to one side. It's minus 12, minus 2. And I'll take this plus 8 to the other side. It'll be minus 8 and minus 14 to the other side, plus 14. Now solve. 7 minus 3 is 4n equals minus 22 plus minus 22 plus 14. It'll be equal to minus 8. This is 4n over here. N will be equal to minus 2. How is this? You divide both the sides by 4. It will be minus 2 at the right side. This is the final answer. I hope this is clear. Over here, I just missed a step. Let's divide 4 on both the sides. You can skip a step if it's very, very straightforward and directly get the answer. So this is how we solve this problem. Now then, here we have one more problem. You can try this in calculator and check your answer later. But now how do you solve this initially? You have something divided by, right? Take it to the other side. It becomes multiplication. Inverse of division is multiplication. Or you need to multiply both the sides by 4. Cancels, cancels. Here it will be 4. That's the thing. So if you take division to the other side, it will be 5y times 4 equals 12y plus 16. Here you will have 5 times 4 is 20y equals 12y plus 16. Take this 12 to the other side, it will be 20 minus 12, that's 8y equals 16, y equals 2. The final answer. So ultimately, you can do many steps. I have done it shortly just in 4 steps, but the answer is the same thing. Okay, because this is easy, I'm just skipping through I'm doing this quickly. Now there are some interesting problems. Find the value of x so that the figure have the same area. Okay, now look at this. It is rectangle, this is triangle. Now they have told you need to solve them because they both have same area and you need to find the value of x. Okay, if they have same area, what is the formula? Here formula for rectangle is length into base into height or length into breadth. whereas the area for triangle is half 1 by 2 base into height. Now let's see what and all we know. First, area. These both LB, the length and breadth of rectangle, must be equal to half base into height. Okay, what is the length? Length can be written as x plus 4. Multiply it with what? Multiply it with 5. Equals half. What is the base? Base is 12. What is the height? Height is 2x minus 6. Now you need to solve this. What happens? 5 multiplied by x is 5x plus 5 times 4 is 20 equals. Now here let's simplify this. 1 time, 6 times. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I have to multiply 6 inside. So 6 times 2 is 12x minus 6 times 6 is 36. Now remember, smaller value is 5x, so take this to the other side and bring the number to the one side. So I'll bring 36 to the other side. It becomes positive 36 plus 20 equals 12x minus 5x. The answer over here is 7x. Here it is 30, 40, 56. And 7 5s are 35, 42, 56. So it is 8. So answer is 8, because you divide 7 on both the sides. 8 equals, it'll be 56 divided by 7, 7x divided by 7, you will have x and you will have 8 over here. So the value of x is 8. You can write 8 equals x or x equals 8. It is the same thing. So the final answer was 8. That's the thing. Now here you can see in the textbook there are many steps. You can follow each and everything in detail over there, or you can skip some steps and directly do it. It's the same thing. I hope this is clear. You can pause the video now for each and every step in detail, and you can go through this. Let's see another problem. Try pausing the video, guys, and solve it by yourselves. Okay, and then continue watching it. Let me solve it now. I hope you have tried at least. Length. So over here, they have the same areas. So the area is length into breadth equals length into breadth over here also. So what about this? 10 and x. You have to multiply 10x. It's 10x only. Here we have 6 multiplied by. Total area is 3 plus x. Okay. Why this much is 3? This much is x. Total length would be 3 plus x. Not 3x, it's addition. Area formula is multiplication of length and breadth, but this is addition, 3 plus x. Now we need to solve this. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 6x, and this is 10x. Now what is the answer? Take this 6x to the other side. 10x minus 6x equals 18, and this is 4x equals 18. Now x will be equal to 18 by 4, which is also equal to 9 by 2, or that is equal to 4.5. Or you can use the calculator over here. Now 18 by 4 is 4.5. So that is the answer, 4.5 or 9 by 2. This is how we solve it. Okay, these are the steps over here at the right side. You can pause and go through them. Now over here, remember they have mention the areas are equal, and then we can only solve. If the areas were not equal, then we couldn't equate it. Okay, since they have told, we get 10x equals 6 multiplied by the quantity of 3 plus x. That's the thing. Now last topic is to find the identity find equations which are identities or with no solutions. Now here they have written one solution, no solution, and identity. Now one solution means that equation is true, it has only one particular solution. For example, if I tell you 2x minus 3 equals 10. Now how do we solve it? Let me make it 9. Okay, so take this to the other side. It will be 2x equals 9 plus 3, that will be 12, x equals 6. You have a solution. Yes, correct. One solution exists. But now over here, an equation which has no solution, if there is no value of the variable that makes it true, when you're solving equation, what happens is you will get 3 equals 2. Is this correct? 3 is not equal to 2. If you arise with such instances, then this is no solution over here. And lastly, we have identity. Now, what is identity? Identity is something that makes it both true, in the sense here you will get 2 equals 2 both the sides. Now this doesn't make sense, because you should have x equals some answer, right? No, x is cancelled and you're remaining with 2 equals 2. Yes, 2 is equal to 2, or you will get 0 equals 0, or 10 equals 10. This is always equal. So this is an identity because it's true for each and every value. This is identity. We will see now problems. Now let's see this. You can try such problems in calculator and see what happens. 6 multiplied by y minus 5 close equals 2 multiplied by 10 plus 3y. Close the bracket, shift and solve. Sometimes your calculator generally takes a long time. This is a computer simulation, so it's very quick. It might take more than 30 seconds. I do it in my manual calculator and I see there's a huge time difference. Okay, so now here it shows you can't solve. That means there is no solution. If any time you will get an answer can't solve, there is just no solution. But let's solve this. How do we solve? Multiply 6 inside, it will be 6y. 6 multiplied by negative 5 is negative 30. 2 times 10 is 20, and 2 times 3y is 6y. Now what you need to do, take 6y to the other side and take this 30 to the other side. So what happens over here? If you see, if you take this 6y to the other side, it's going to be 6y minus 6y, and this minus 30 over here, 20 plus 30. 6y minus 6y is 0, that is equal to 50. Can this be true? You can never tell this true. There must be a y value, but it's cancelled off. No, there is no solution for this. Why? Because you're getting a wrong answer. Over here they have not removed 30 to the other side. You can keep it over here. It will be minus 30 equals 20, which is wrong also. 0 equals 50 is also wrong. So therefore this is having no solution. Whereas if you have like this identity, let's solve this one quickly. 7x plus 5 times x is 5x minus 5 equals 12x minus 5. Now let's solve it. 7x plus 5y will be equal to 12x. Sorry, 7x plus 5x is 12x minus 5 equals 12x minus 5. Let me take this 12x to the other side. It will be 12x minus 12x minus 5 equals minus 5. This cancels out. You will get minus 5 equals minus 5. Or you can divide both the sides by minus 5, you will get 1. Or you can just take it to the other side, add, you will get 0 equals to 0. Or you also can get 1 to 1. You can get various answers, okay? You can multiply this by 2, you will get 2 equals 2. They're all equivalent equations. But what is happening? You're getting the answer, same answer on both the sides, right? So there is no solution. This is identity. Sorry, there is all solutions, because all x values you can add over here will be equal to the right side. Therefore, this is identity. The name is identity. What happens if you do it in calculator? Let's type 7x plus 5x minus 1, close the bracket, equals 12x minus 5. Okay, and now press shift and solve. You will get the answer 0. Now the thing is, if you have any other stored value, that will come. You know, you may not get 0. If you have solved this previously and you got the answer minus 3, you might get minus 3. Any answer randomly will come. Okay, you must be careful. See, the problem is you will not get an exact answer in when there is an identity. You will just get 0 or something. X is not equal to 0. Don't solve it. You need to simplify this, and then you will understand, oh, this is identity. Okay, so this is very, very important. If it's no solution, yes, you will directly get an answer that is can't solve. even in your calculator, which I had checked already. Now, if it is, say, a single solution, you will get only one value, x equals 2, 3, 4, or something like that. Only when it's identity, you will get a blank answer. That is like previous answer will be shown, because all the possible answers are true for this. Okay, so what happens? This is identity. Okay, so now you can tell this is an identity. Now, same way we will try solving these one by one. I will go from D. You can pause the video and try, and you should tell which has solution, no solution, and identity. Let's go from A only. I'll do it in calculator. Alpha x plus 6, close the bracket, equals to phi alpha x plus 3 times alpha x plus 16, close the bracket. Shift and solve, you will get the answer. Now, this is mostly an identity. You can simplify this and check. It'll be 8g plus 48 equals 5g plus 3g plus 16. Now, 16 times 3 is 16 to 48. Okay. Now, this is 8g plus 48 equals 8g plus 48. Can you see both the sides are equal? They cancel out. You can write 1 equals 1 or 0 equals 0. This is an identity. First one. Next one. You can solve like what I did, but you can also use a calculator, because you know it's the same thing, just to save time over here. Phi x plus phi equals 3 bracket phi x minus 4, close the bracket, minus 10x. Shift and solve. Oh, sorry. Okay, I did some error. 10x. Shift and solve. You should just type it as it is in the calculator. Let's see what's the answer we will get. It can't be solved, so there is no solution. Now you can try this. Now this is easy. You can see by looking at it only, there will be an answer. 3w plus 2 equals 7w. Take the 3w to the other side, you will get 3 minus 4, that is 4w. W equals 1 by 2. Why divide both the sides by 4? It will be 1 by 2 or 0.5. They're not asking the answer. They're just asking whether you have a solution, one solution or no solution. Yes, you have one solution. Please do the other problem as well by yourself, and you will get the answer. It's identity. Okay, anyways, this is the last problem, so I'll do it. 3 times 2 is 6b minus 3 minus 7 equals 6b minus 10. And you can see 6b cancels. So if you take this to the other side, minus, and it'll be 0. What happens over here? Negative 10 equals negative 10. Both sides are equal. Yes, this is an identity. That is how we solve problems of this lesson. And that's the end of this lesson. Solving equations with variables on each side. It is an easy lesson. If you know the previous two lessons thoroughly, then this will be a straightforward lesson. Thank you for listening. I hope you have learned something new. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.